Beijing.
Yeah.
And just to get out of your home and sort of be a sort of tourist in Beijing for a little bit, living in that hotel for a few days, and then come back to your apartment in Beijing? Or what exactly is this staycation idea in the hotel industry right now?
Well, my wife and I, when we travel, we always do staycation because she's lazy and she doesn't want to get exposed to the sunlight, that sort of thing. So we tend to be stuck in a hotel. And now with the kids around, traveling is a lot more difficult. And just recently, she's been talking to me about staying at one of the staycation resorts, like an Airbnb style thing or a Mesocool style thing. So you go to the suburb of Beijing and stay there for a while. I would imagine something like that, a hotel like that, or a Mesocool like that, would have on-the-spot facilities. Like in the hotel, there should be like a babysitting service. So your children will be taken care of, and then maybe a spa or some other services for the elderly parents, and then you can go maybe to walk in a nearby beach or not, or a resort. So it doesn't involve a lot of traveling, doesn't involve a lot of action. You just young children, they were enjoying the summer vacation, and the parents just have to be there with them, and that's precisely what I.
hari nko mu matanga byarafasha kumenya na igerageza guhuza n'amakuru ufite kugira ngo numve niba ari byo.
En Latinoamérica, música y cine son tan útiles como la palabra misma. La música en el cine latinoamericano.
Ha llegado el domingo y con él la posibilidad de compartir algunas músicas del cine latinoamericano de todos los tiempos. Hoy comienzo la escucha de música con una de las composiciones de Leo Brauer para la banda sonora original de la película Cecilia, realizada por Humberto Solás en el año 1981 como versión cinematográfica de la novela de Cirilo Villaverde, Cecilia Valdés o La Loma del Ángel. Leo Brauer compuso una pieza de gran belleza para apoyar la escena del primer cortejo del protagonista Leonardo Gamboa a la bella criolla Cecilia Valdés.
It's still looking good. I actually put out some mulch the other day around my buddy gazebo where you can go sit in front of the horse ring, in front of the horse corral that we used to have when my daughter was teaching lessons. The parents would go out and sit inside the gazebo. It's screened in, it's got swings and ceiling fans and all that, and I had to go out there and remulch around it, make it look nice. And I've got a little more mulch left. I got to go take it over to Mom's and put in her flower beds and in front of her house. So it's always something to do. I don't know, it's like I told Tanya the other day, I said, because it was raining and we couldn't go outside and do anything. is this what is going to happen when we get a new house and we don't have all that yard work? We're going to sit inside and not know what to do? She said, oh no, we'll find something to do. But I won't mind missing all the grass work. What's my number? 03, Roger. Thank you. Radio United 1 Radio United 1 American, got this. Radio United 1 Alpha. Radio United 1 Alpha. Kilo Charlie. Radio United 1 Alpha, QS.
Y al besarme con tu aliento, al besarme sintiera lo que yo. What do you think? I don't know what to say because my food, le contaría un alma que al mirarme
y estamos de regreso en el día a día con Ricardo y Lucía. Y vamos a dar nuestro número telefónico, ya las líneas están bastante ocupadas, vamos a pedirles paciencia para poderlas responder.
1-866-398-6377 y 1205-271-2976. Y tenemos desde California a Yanira, bienvenida. ¿Y de qué ciudad de California nos estás llamando, querida?
Sí, buenas tardes. Sí, estoy aquí en Solvan, California.
Ah, qué bien. Mucho gusto
Sí,
de
mucho
recibirte.
gusto de hablar con ustedes. Yo antes, cuando tenía cable, miraba muchos sus programas por medio de la televisión.
Pero ahora puedes comprar un Roku, un Hulu y ponerlo en tu internet. Y ahí están todos los canales de WTN y en el televisor y en tu dispositivo móvil, tu teléfono lo puedes ver también en la aplicación
Sí,
gratis.
claro que sí. Decidí quitar el cable de televisión porque llegué a darme cuenta de que...
Está bien, era una pérdida de dinero y hay mucha programación que se puede conseguir por internet.
Sí, por los medios de comunicación que han impactado en el mental de las personas, de la humanidad. Muchos programas que se miran y es una lástima, la verdad, como hay gente que sí le agrada ver esos programas o la música de bandas, música con un lenguaje muy obsceno también me gusta. El pueblo de Dios y la humanidad tenga tiempo para saber que y alejarnos de todo eso por el bien
si dije que Freddie Mercury había nacido un 5 de septiembre de 1946. Creo que lo dije, pero bueno, efectivamente, como tengo la duda, pues no quiero quedarme con esa duda. Bueno, María Joaquina de la Portilla Torres. Esta es María Griller, que nace 14 de septiembre de 1885, allá en México, compositora mexicana de música de concierto, de música para películas, rompiendo las reglas establecidas. Fue la primera compositora mexicana que trascendió a nivel internacional. Yo quiero decir que grabó dos discos aquí en los Estados Unidos, que trabajó para películas, que le entona, gente que le entonó a luminarias.
Les dejo entonces con La Casa de Al lado.
No hay hora, no hay reloj. Mañana luego.
Sin haber pecado, la tomó.
Miembros de la Junta Patriótica, compañeros y compañeras de partido, domino a mi emoción para este reencuentro con mi pueblo. Regreso a incorporarme a las filas de mi partido y al pueblo de Venezuela, y a trabajar con mi partido y con el pueblo para estabilizar definitivamente en Venezuela el régimen democrático y representativo, para que ya no suframos la vergüenza y la humillación colectiva de los 10 años del oprobio, esos que desaparecieron en la madrugada gloriosa del 23 de enero. Que se elimine definitivamente el odio cainita, el insulto virulento, la procacidad verbal o radial en las luchas políticas de este país. Que sean debates principistas, análisis de los grandes problemas de Venezuela, discusión de altura, como hubiera dicho nuestro inolvidable Andrés Eloy. Estos problemas fueron objeto de discusión y análisis, como los otros de la problemática nacional, en los diálogos diarios realizados entre Rafael Caldera y Hipólito Villalba, esas dos grandes figuras de la democracia nacional. Y yo, exilados los tres en la ciudad de Nueva York. Y cuando llegó a esa ciudad, el expresidente López Contreras, durante muchas horas discutimos con él. Y debo decir aquí que encontré en el expresidente un hombre fundamentalmente interesado en que en este país se afirme la democracia definitivamente.
Radio 2000 presentó Una ventana en el tiempo, un segmento dedicado a niños, niñas y adolescentes.
En 2000, la emisora del pueblo, 10:42 minutos.
Avance informativo 2000 con la noticia de esta hora.
Luego de un trabajo minucioso entre la Procuraduría General, la Dirección de Administración de las Finanzas Públicas y la Superintendencia de Tributos Internos de Nueva Esparta, con fecha 2 de agosto de este año, se encuentra vigente la resolución número 001-2020, publicada en Gaceta Oficial Extraordinaria, número 5136, en la cual se estableció el valor de la unidad tributaria en 0.005% del petro. José Antonio Colmenar, superintendente de Administración Tributaria del Ejecutivo Regional, adelantó que la misma se aplicará al valor del día y se indexará diariamente de acuerdo al valor fijado por el Banco Central de Venezuela. Explicó que la Superintendencia de Administración Tributaria del Estado Bolivariano de Nueva Esparta aplicará el monto de la unidad tributaria anclada al petro como medida de valor y será aplicable a todos los tributos, sanciones y precios públicos determinados en leyes y otras normas estatales que estén expresados en unidades tributarias. 10:43 minutos, mis amigas, mis amigos, más noticias e informaciones. El legendario miembro del Salón de la Fama, Lloyd Brook, uno de los peloteros con más carisma en la historia de los Cardenales de San Luis, falleció a la edad de los 81 años, de acuerdo a la información que ofreció su agente, amigo Dick Sigman. Brook, líder de bases robadas del béisbol de las Grandes Ligas, ayudó a los Cardenales a ganar 13 banderines y 2 títulos de la Serie Mundial de la década de los años 60. Sigman, agente y amigo de Brook, desde hace años confirmó el deceso, pero dijo que no podía proporcionar más detalles. 10:44 minutos.
Para bailar y celebrar cada domingo de 12 a 2 de la tarde. Pista Bailable 2000.
Doña Pulula una tarde, valerte una baraja.
Pista Bailable 2000.
Amor, te voy a comprar un avioncito para volar.
Pista Bailable 2000. Pista Bailable 2000.
Micaela, que tú tienes alma mía.
Bailable 2000 con las grandes orquestas cada domingo de 12 a 2 de la tarde por 2000, la emisora del pueblo. Pista Bailable 2000.
Vamos a publicidad y en breve continuaremos con nuestra programación.
El coronavirus se comporta como una gripe y se transmite fácilmente.
Y para irse la muerte, allá en tierras colombianas, escúcheme amigo mío, presidente Andrés Pastrana.
Y uno lo encuentra desde cuando uno era estudiante, como alumno, incluso en su casa con sus padres. Uno ha encontrado personas muy rígidas y muy cerradas y muy estrictas, que han ayudado de algún modo, pero no han sido tan eficaces en su pedagogía, cuando se han encerrado en sus seguridades, porque una cosa es la autoridad para guiar, pero otra cosa es el encerrarse en sí mismos. Pero aquí dice no, en su
Download the 670 KBOI app for your smartphone for free.
Now back to Rush's Weekend Review.
Sakura. We apologize for not being able to show many other awards and honors for lack of space and time. Supreme Master Singhai respectfully thanks all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Singhai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. A true voice for our beautiful animal friends, Supreme Master Singhai promotes the peaceful, loving, plant-based diet and envisions with humanity's awakening to the sacredness of all life, a tranquil and glorious all-vegan world where animals and people live in respectful harmony. Her initiatives included alternative living flyer distribution, the International Vegan Restaurant Loving Heart, vegan food companies, vegan forest products, Supreme Master Television, as well as writing and speaking to influential governments and media leaders, participating in televised conferences on climate change, etc. Whether we are aware of it or not, her efforts have had an enormous influence on global awareness of the animal-friendly lifestyle and how this benevolent way can bring lasting peace among nations, while saving our planet from climate change and disasters. Supreme Master Singhai has traveled worldwide and held discourses with the public and her disciples on a variety of spiritual topics. Today, we are blessed to present one of his insightful lectures entitled Buddhist Story, The Bible Life, Part 104, on the Supreme Master and Disciples, given in English on August 12, 2015, in France.
Wow. This story is incredible. Okay. Now, I don't know. Where is the better wife? Just a moment. I lost it. One moment.
Some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. I don't give your feet some gravity to get you grounded.
Kilo Golf 5 or Romeo Mike Yankee looking for your check-in. YL System Sunrise portion, come now, general class and above. KG5 RMY, we're looking for your check-in on the YL System. Come with the call sign, hop on the log. Guests are always welcome. One more time, we'll change controls to Kansas. We're looking for your check-in on the YL System Sunrise portion. Come now. And with nothing heard, Kilo Delta Zero Victor Echo Papa is over to you, Leo. Take it away, my friend. November Hotel, Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel, Detective Speaker, pardon. Hello, Siki. Stand by for a call. Hello, Siki. Hello, Siki. Here's Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel. Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel, Detective Speaker, pardon. Hello, Siki. This is Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel, Detective Speaker, pardon. Hello, Siki. Hello, Siki. Here's Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel. Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel, Detective Speaker, pardon. Whiskey Delta 5 Echo, November Hotel, Detective Speaker, pardon. Calling it back. Alpha 3 Delta Hotel Echo, thank you. Your flight time number 1300. Jet 300, Roger. Beautiful Canada, South 73, Italy, 2 Sierra, contact. Again? Italy, 2 Sierra, 2 Sierra. Italy, 2 Sierra, 2 Sierra, contact. Contact, Italy. Contact, Delta, Juliet 7, Echo, Oscar. Kilo ending in Alpha. Kilo Zulu 9, America, 59743. Yeah, Kilo Zulu 9 Alpha, I need the number again, please. 001. Kilo Zanzibar 9 America, I need my number, please my number. Roger, Frankie 73, Delta Juliet 7, Echo Oscar. Okay, who's the Delta Charlie? Roger, Whiskey 5 Delta Charlie, but that's the you, I received yesterday your number 004. Thank you, 73, Delta Juliet 7, Echo Oscar. Contest, Delta Juliet 7, Echo Oscar. Kilo Delta 8, Delta November Sierra. Kilo Delta 8, Delta November Sugar, 59744. Please copy 5943. 3 is the number again? 433, 433, Roger. Negative 43, just 43. No copy, Kilo Delta 8, Delta November Sugar, my number please. 43. Kilo Delta 8, Delta November Sugar, my number please. Your number is 43. No copy again, my number please. 043. Please confirm 04, Roger. Negative 043. Sorry, no copy, please try later, sorry. That's not a good contact. 73 Delta, Juliet 7, Echo Oscar, contact. Kilo Delta 1 Bravo Alpha. 81 Bravo Alpha, 59744. QSL 59012. Roger, do you have QTCs? Negative. Thank you, 73. Kilo Z. Whiskey Bravo 2, Golf, Mike, Yankee. Whiskey 4? W4, Victor, India, Charlie, 59745. 055, Roger. Yeah, let's try. Okay, I'm ready. 597/3.
Thank you. A 1456. A Papa Alpha 4 Hotel Mike. A 19.
Yeah, over. Radio 3 Golf Zulu. 55. 59. Delta Fox 9 Mike Echo 96. Thanks so much. We'll see you later for a few more. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango, worked all Europe. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. G3Q 591283. Thank you. VE3 Alpha Tango. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. VJ3OU, you're 591284. Thank you. From VE3 America Tango. I have one. Okay, thank you. VE3 America Tango, worked all Europe. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Sugar Victor 1 Fox Tango Yankee 591285. Thank you. VE3 Alpha Tango. CQ Qantas, CQ Europe. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 3 Alpha Tango.
You are tuned to the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ of the Apostolic Faith, coming to you from our temple 40 West 10th Street in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And now we have a selection from our Apostolic Choir, a song entitled, My Soul is Satisfied.
أولئك هم المهتدون
有一种糟透的喜欢，我们
completamente al Estado judío en el Medio Oriente. Fue el acuerdo este viernes, luego de una llamada telefónica de 3 días que tuvo con el primer ministro israelí Benjamin Netanyahu.
Battles of the Argonne, on the beaches of Salerno, Normandy, in the lands of Okinawa, on the bare, bleak hill called Pork Chop and Old Baldy, and Heartbreak Ridge, in the swamps of Southeast Asia, the mountains and the deserts of the Far East.
Durante muchos años y ahora la paz se invertirá en nosotros. Dará lugar a grandes inversiones en la economía israelí y eso es muy importante. Todos estos acuerdos.
Largo trabajo entre bastidores durante años, pero se alcanzó gracias a la importante ayuda de nuestro amigo el presidente Trump y me gustaría a su equipo por esta importante colaboración. Una nueva era, paz por paz. El anuncio, el 19º aniversario de los ataques terroristas del 11 de septiembre de 2001, se produjo menos de una semana antes.
Своей мотивы при голосовании заявил,
tokitaj naranista.
Sere de niaj mallongaj ondoj kaj ankaŭ en interreto. Vi estas bona al nia programo.
Kiel ĉiudimanĉe ni proponas al vi novan renkontiĝon por paroli pri Kubo, ĝia nuntempo kaj historio, pri la vivo de kubanoj, muziko, kulturo, socio kaj politiko.
At the tone, 15 hours, 6 minutes, Coordinated Universal Time.
Almost. It's just like 33. And listening to you on my cell phone out of Iowa. And you're with me just about every night. I enjoy listening to you. And you speak the truth. You speak the truth. Hallelujah. Maranatha. Come, Lord Jesus. This is Mike Chilton, South Dakota. Soon to be returning to Kentucky. I'm selling the house here, moving back to Kentucky. And I've shared, I share Jesus because I love Him so. I love the Lord Jesus. He's been good to me. I love Him.
Дорогой доктор Добсон, у меня в институте ужасные неприятности.
ca nhiễm COVID-19, lũy kế ghi nhận 4.315.000.
Kim Jong-un, chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, chairman of the State Affairs...
In doubt as to his spiritual condition and eternal prospects. In order that we may be helped to the right use of this text, we shall have...
in the area Unpa County of North Hwanghae Province. He was accompanied by Vice Marshal of the Korean People's Army Park Jong-chun, Chief of the General Staff of the Korean People's Army, Lee Il-hwan, Cho Yong-won, Kim Yong-su, and Hyun Song-wol, leading officials of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, and Park Sang-ho, Chairman of the North Hwanghae Provincial Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Looking round the construction site, Kim Jong-un learned in detail about the progress of rehabilitation construction and the project plan. He appreciated the fact that the whole of the construction site is stirring and the frontline style prop work is being done well in a military fashion, and stressed that the ideological offensive for inspiring all the combatants mobilized for the rehabilitation construction to the campaign for implementing the party's idea and defending the party's policy should be conducted militantly without rigid formality and pattern. He looked with satisfaction at the villages of the work teams of the farm in the flood-hit area, which have been built neatly to show their appearance as a model of modern farmhouses, after completely removing the backwardness of the times and traces of flood damage, and continued, "It was really good that I gave an instruction on building dwelling houses on the principle of one house for one household as required by the farmers whom I met last time when I was here, without taking into account either the necessary amount of building materials or plot-saving aspect, and ratify the draft. It is of great worth building the dwelling houses newly with much effort, only when they meet the demand of farmers, and the farmers say they like them." Kim Jong-un said with pleasure that a fairyland-like village like this could show up its appearance in a little over 30 days, and it is a miracle that could be created only by the People's Army with loyalty to its party and ardent love for its people, and its fighting efficiency will surprise the world this time too. He said, "Sincerity of our soldiers can be seen everywhere in the construction site. Our soldiers, excellent sons and daughters of the people, are devoting all their sincerity to the construction of recovering from damage, with the feeling of building their hometown and home villages. This alone shows well the ideological, mental and moral traits of our army." Looking at the combatants of the People's Army working at the construction site with an air of satisfaction, he said with pride that it is the greatest pride of our party to have such a mighty army, always faithful to the call of the party, and continued, "As it has politically, ideologically and morally strong army, a genuine People's Army, regarding it as its noble duty to relieve our party of its anxiety and the people of their pain with its sincere patriotism and blood and sweat of loyalty, our party is braving whatever difficult crises and hardships of the revolution full of confidence. Neither any natural disaster nor a catastrophe can deprive our people of their happiness and love, as long as there is the People's Army infinitely faithful to our party and its revolutionary cause. There is no force in this world that can break the faith and will of the Workers' Party of Korea, striving for its people," he stressed. Kim Jong-un emphasized over and over again to the commanding personnel of the People's Army units mobilized for the construction the intention of the party that called the People's Army to the recovery from natural disasters and the importance of the rehabilitation construction. He stressed the need for the party organizations at all levels and political institutions to further intensify the education to make all the service personnel of the People's Army have clear understanding of the intention of the Party Central Committee, which called the People's Army to the great campaign for creating happiness of the people, and devotedly work with a consciousness of building up a fortress of single-minded unity. Kim Jong-un said, "This year, lots of units of the People's Army were mobilized for the restoration from damages by flood and typhoon. The People's Army should regard the rehabilitation from natural disasters as a political work to safeguard and further solidify the ties of kindred between the party and people, and the most important work to defend the trust of the people in the party who wholeheartedly believe and follow only our party in whatever hardships and difficulties, and defend the absolute dignity."
My thoughts are not your thoughts, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my thoughts higher than your.
我是心情不断电主持人蓝梦妍。亲爱的恩主，我为我想，如此活着的 아버지는 우리 모두 셀레나 고메즈의 팬이라며 그녀와 함께할 수 있어서 영광이라고 전하기도 했습니다. 고메즈도 힘을 실어주며 블랙핑크는 팝 역사를 만들었고 그 일부가 되는 것은 정말 멋진 일이라고 화답했습니다. 이상으로 오늘의 소식을 마칩니다.
But I can understand that to a certain extent. First get the season, sorry.
الجنجالي والسندرة من تكيك الساسي الذي متعدأ على طول رول بس
能够这个上这个田间地头到炕头的这个感觉。
Anyway, some old Dentron tuners are good. I got one here. I don't hardly ever use it, but I got a old RT3000 Dentron tuner here. It still works good.
Yeah, they made a lot of different models. I know that.
Yeah. You wonder if it's worth it or whatever. You don't see that much difference in the receivers
and the use, but this one is totally different, and the receiver is noticeably different. So, and to the better. So that was surprising. I didn't expect to see that much of a difference in the receiver just by listening to it and tuning around. So it doesn't seem to be overpowered there's a couple of 20 dB over 9 signals, and the front end doesn't seem to be overpowered. Plus, I'm running, I just disabled the front end amplifiers in the receiver, so I'm just running straight IPO with it right now, and you're an S7. If I put one of the amplifiers, which is standard operation, you're an S9, but the noise also goes from a 3 to a 5, so this is much more comfortable, and you sound like Bill. NE6M K1VHR. VHR. The second position was better. Right? I killed a DNR here.
I just wanted to make contact with your aeronautical station. This is 101 down here in the center of Lincoln, Nebraska. Roger. Roger that. Have a safe flight. Just wanted to make contact with your aircraft, and well, that's about it. Have a good day, sir.
We're just south of Aurora, Nebraska now.
That's a 71-mile copy, over.
Yeah, how about that aircraft in Aurora? Have you got a copy? I'll be over Kearney, Nebraska in about 2 minutes.
That's a 129-mile contact, roger.
1 nautical miles, so that should convert 130 statute miles. Some of you I can hear, some of you I can't. Yeah, we're in a Gulf Stream. Just flying over Kearney, Nebraska now.
Roger on the Kearney, Nebraska.
Branch.
Northbound, watch it when you get up here to the Covington Avenue exit. There are kids up there dropping brick. Northbound, watch it when you get up here to the Covington Avenue exit. There are kids up there dropping brick.
Crazy. You're right, it's crazy. WB0GKW. What's your name there? Oh, my name is Kevin. Kilowatt Echo Victor India November. Okay, Kevin, real good. You're doing good. Your signal's holding right up there and booming in up over here in Colorado. Roger. Well, once in a while I get to talk to you guys out there. We used to come out there once in a while, and we never did take the brewery tour, but maybe one of these days we'll come back out there and do it. Yeah, I think they still got them running up. I don't know if they're running right now with this stupid virus thing, but I haven't been up there for years. But I wouldn't be surprised. Everything is shut down to the point that the whole damn country's really screwed up now because of this virus, and then how they politicized it. It's just totally unbelievable, the crap going on. And even all these so-called doctors are, well, that one doctor, the head guy, he's a crook, and he's been known, he's a devout Democrat, so you know where he's coming from. Roger on that. Roger. Yep. Well, we've been to a few places out there. We've been to Colorado Springs, Manitou Springs, been over to Glenwood Springs a few times. I really like going over there. Man, I wish I could go over there right now and soak this leg in that water. Yeah, they had a hell of a big fire over by there here a few weeks ago. Down there now. Roger. I'll remember it in my mind, I guess. Last time we were there was about 15 years ago, and we got in the pools there and walked around town, saw a movie, and we had a good time. And the hunters were there. I think the one time we were there, we had the two dogs with us, and they were all eating at the steakhouse up the hill, and it was just fantastic. It was just, you know, it's a good little town, but it's easier to park your car and just walk around. And we walked up to Doc Holliday's grave up there on the hill. Well, that's the way a lot of these places are around here. You go up to casinos up here, and you park your car and walk, because the parking situation is pretty tough up there. Roger. Yeah, I know. Well, I've been over to Cripple Creek, been over to Victor years ago, and yeah, I remember before they had gambling there in Cripple Creek. It was a totally different town now.
Yeah, they built some pretty big casinos up there now. The guys from Las Vegas got in there and built all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah, when I was there was 2 or 3 last time we were there, a few years back, and we were on our motorcycles, and my friend wanted to ride over there at night on the bike. I said, "Oh no, I'm not riding that road at night." I said, "That's too scary for me." And they had a bus, and we rode it over there and back, and I don't know, I was playing the nickel and the penny slot machines. That's all I was doing. And everybody goes, "Aren't you going to bet some more?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna keep some of my money back that I won."
Well, that road up there can be really treacherous sometimes, and when it's raining and stuff, you want to stay off the one going up the canyon here. There's a lot of rocks come down up there.
I know. I've seen that. I don't want to get hit by one of them babies. Anyway, yeah, we've been out there on the motorcycle a few times. I remember we were over to Cripple Creek one day, and it started to snow, and we were over there on the motorcycle. I looked out the window. We were sitting there eating a sandwich in a little restaurant, and I said, "Well, we better get back to the Springs." That's right. I had the Gold Wing, and I told the wife, I said, "Just sit still back there. I'll be all right." We were riding through slush on the way back to Colorado Springs.
Yeah, your signal's holding up pretty good there now, Kevin. I'm surprised. I imagine Chuck's copying your arms there too, aren't you, Chuck?
Yeah, it's almost above, well, he's leaving the noise behind.
Well, that's good. He's just armchair copy here too. Good signal today.
Yeah, I got an S9 noise level on this end. It's a bunch of noise, let me tell you.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm down to 4 today, but most of the time my noise is S9 or stronger on you, especially at night. I think we got some pot growers in the neighborhood or something with some lights or something that come on, and they sure raise hell here with the noise around 40. A lot of times it's 15 over 9 here. Pretty hard to copy weak signals when they have that kind of noise.
Roger, I know what you're saying about pot growers. I got a seller living across the street from me. Been watching him lately. I think one of these days he's gonna be in for a surprise.
I hope so. I can't believe these morons ever legalize that stuff here. It's just like a cancer on the country when they start doing that crap.
I know, but they now they were going to have it on the ballot here in November, and they got it kicked off of there. So I said that's good. They said it's not medical, but whatever. But anyway, they got that thrown out, so we don't have to vote on that now come November. That's fine with me. But they've been really pushing it here for the past few years, standing out on the street corners, holding up their frickin' signs and all that.
K7GHC. Yeah, Montana had legalized pot a number of years ago, and after a couple of years, they got rid of it again. They had so many accidents and deaths from people driving all high on dope that they got rid of it. They did the smart thing, but Colorado, we don't have smart politicians. They're all Democrats, and all they can think about is getting more money out of the people to squander somewhere.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I know they have more accidents. People are not in the right state of mind, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, this guy across the street here, he's really stepped it up. He's got smell-proof dope bags he brings out to his vehicle or watching put them in with my video cameras. And he comes back a couple hours later, then he leaves again. He just comes and goes all the time. He thinks he's fooling somebody, and he's fooling me.
Well, it's a sad state of affairs that's ended up in this country. All these Democrats around doing their thing, and all these wacko Black Lives Matter and Antifa bunch. They're all been proven to be a bunch of Marxist communists, and I don't know why they just don't declare them all bad and arrest them all.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyway. Well, I got to decide if we're going to send for ballots that I can take over to the election office, or we're going to go in person. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it a little bit. We got time to think about it. I'd like to go vote in person, but I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen at the polls? But if we vote, I can take them over and put them in the box at the election commissioner's office. So I would never send them through the mail.
No, I don't either. I don't have very far to drive to deliver my ballots, but they mail them out here to everybody. They always do. It's supposed to be mailed here about the 11th, I think. And I can drive about a mile here to each way to the courthouse there. And there's a drive-through area. You just go through and drop them off like at a mailbox.
Yeah, that's what they do at the Lancaster County Election Commission. I did that during the last election. I just didn't want to be out and in it. Well, I mean, last time we thought, well, we'll give it a try. But anyway, I got them hanging on the refrigerator. But I'm almost afraid to be going to the polls. You just wonder what could happen while you're standing there in line waiting.
Well, that's true. You never know. And it's to the point where it's even Dillon's courthouse up here. When it was open, you have to have an appointment now to even get in there. But if you go up there, there's always somebody out there trying to get you to sign a petition for LGDBB or all this other bull crap out there. And there's just wackos. I told one off one day, and I thought I was going to get into a fist fight, but they backed down and went the other direction. But I tell you, it just makes you sick.
Yeah, well, they tried that over at the DMV when you go to license your car. They try to get to you. So I go over there early in the morning, sit there and wait. Them guys aren't there, so that's what I do. But anyway, I discovered that's the best thing to do, and then I can either go through the drive-through or go inside. Last time I went through the drive-through at 7:30 in the morning. I sat there up there, and I was the first one in line, so got out of there pretty quick. But yeah, I don't know. I just hate to get out anymore at a building like that. You don't know what's going to happen. And the election building is right over across from there. But our polling place is a church in our neighborhood about 2 blocks away.
Well, that's not too bad. We picked up a new audience out here now. Interesting. K7GHC in Communist Colorado for ID.
Yeah, this is Kaiser 1C. I'm going to go QRT and have breakfast. I got up late, and I agree with 100%.
Yeah, I don't hear anybody else. I just got noise. Anyway, WB0GKW in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay, Chuck, 7-3 to you. We'll catch you later. I'll be over there today or tomorrow to fix that thing there in the sink there. And back to you, Kevin, for one more. I think I'm going to sign out of here and go find some breakfast. WB0PK or GKW K7GHC.
Okay, real fine. Yeah, you're an hour behind us. You're only 9:30. We're 10:30 right now, I believe. All right, hey, we'll talk to you later. I know you guys are always on this frequency, so we'll definitely hook up again and talk a little bit more, you betcha. K7GHC, have a good day, WB0GKW.
Okay, Kevin, 7-3 to you. Have a good one there, and I look forward to talking to you some more. K7GHC, be clear.
K0, MWV, Minnesota. Copy.
Not really a game idea. It's a low-angle idea.
Yeah. Good morning, Andy. What do you think the real forward game?
Bi-directional. What it is, two-phase vertical. Good morning, Jim. Good morning. Yeah. Jim's had a couple of them up. They work great. You can set them up either for 50 ohm feed, which gives you about a little less than 3 dB a day. You can set them up for maximum feed, which gives you maybe 3 dB.
Oh, broadside.
Yeah, because you're feeding them in phase, because you're top section, your flat top section, is a little longer than a half wave.
Right, but that's just a match. That's just a phase. That's just a. That's not a radiator. The horizontals are merely. They're an impedance matching device.
Well, yeah, it's a matching device, so you're feeding them in phase.
Well, 3 dB is 3 dB. That's very expensive if you try to do it in the shack. 3 dB is very respectable.
Well, what really is the bombshell of the thing, instead of having Jim knows all this, I'm just repeating, but what's neat about it is you don't need any radio, so the matching thing of the horizontal takes care of that. It doesn't radiate. It's got a super low angle of radiation, so that 3 dB is a very, very low angle. So half squares on the low bands compare favorably to phased arrays of verticals.
All right, I wonder what the beam width is, probably 30 to 40 degrees.
So it's really wide. In fact, they're really good off the ends, too. They're not that much down, 3 dB is not that much, so they're pretty much omnidirectional. Having said that, you're going to get a wide beam width off the side, but still, off the ends, they're still good.
Well, it's pretty amazing for the amount of effort it takes to put one of those up. That's a bargain.
Well, you get something for nothing almost, huh, Jim? It's a nice way to fool Mother Nature.
Is it like money for nothing, chicks for free?
Yeah.
Well, sounds interesting, yeah, very interesting.
Jim ran one on 20 meters. You ran one on 20 meters for a while till what's his name got mad at you, right, Jim? And that thing just kicked by.
Yeah, 20 and 40 I had him up, and I developed some enemies.
Oh, God.
It really puts out some low-angle radiation. If you've got neighbors around that are sensitive to being bombarded by low-angle radiation, you will detect them.
Oh, I think I remember your situation, and that was, what, a year and a half or two ago?
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, another local ham.
Yeah. Couldn't handle it.
Well, most of the ham radio parts, it was bad, though.
Well, it usually isn't. If someone is unreasonable about the hobby, he's got other problems, too.
Well, that was the issue. He was an audio guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's no winning there. Let's see, what was I going to ask? Oh, is it possible to scale it successfully into VHS?
That's an interesting question.
I don't know why you'd want to.
Well, 3 dB very quickly with just a bunch of bent aluminum. I don't know how you'd handle the feed point problem, but
just your little 5/8 way flip gives you that.
Well, you know what's better, Ed? And don't forget the illustrious collinear.
Well, that's what this antenna is.
I'm thinking collinear has vertical section phase and stack vertically all along the same axis.
But that's what this is. It's a two-element collinear, isn't it?
I guess I am misinterpreting what collinear means. When I think of collinear, I think of stacked verticals in the same coaxial line.
Yeah, like a repeater antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It compresses the radiation from a donut. Turns it more into a donut, and if you stack it even more, it turns it into what am I trying to say? It turns it into
Back up a little bit. What are you describing again?
What a collinear does, it just lowers the angle of the
Great job as always from N65. Have a black person.
Over to you, Stu.
This is W6MTU Maritime Mobile. I can copy a few people here because I'm not able to get on the remote. We're 13.4 miles from I-8. I would say the fluid crossing is not as bad as I've seen it.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. This is WD6AWI, Stu. Cricket's not copying you real well, but I copy you very well. So anyway, I'm glad you're heading back home, and I'm glad you're almost there. And any other traffic, Stu, go ahead.
Oh, great. And so what you up to today? You got any big plans?
Well, I'm playing around with the Alpha Loop magnetic loop antenna, and I have it stuck up on the apex of my roof, and I put a stepper motor on it so I can tune it remotely.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, the ground wave must be really working hard. I mean, you're blaring in here, and you're just in my backyard here in Newark.
What's your QTH?
Union City.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're basically doing CB radio in effect. We're almost line of sight.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. But yeah, it's nice to hear that the closeness we can really hear each other. Usually I can't. Usually hopping over you. So this is wonderful. And so anyways, well, you had an excellent rig there because, like I said, I can hear you really great. And yeah, I have a 7300 ICOM, and I really like it. The user friendly, I guess, is the word.
Yeah, I'm also using a 7300. I just got it a couple months ago, so I'm still learning my way around it. But it's a very nice radio. I had the 7100 before that.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Yeah, it's the one that I won it in a raffle at one of my ham radio clubs parties, so a couple of years ago. So I'm really happy with it. And so with that, you have a great day, and we will talk to you again next week. We're here every Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay, thanks for the QSO, KJ6YEG.
And I heard a K7 KRT in there. Hi, Curtis.
When I was a regular. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good weekend. The KE7RTEW, 6BFW.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I'm getting all kinds of doubles here. People trying to tune up on the on your over you there, tune up over me, tune up over everybody else. There's all kinds of traffic up above the border here, but thanks for putting on the net. It's great to be on. Just been listening through the last few rounds, and it's wonderful to hear everybody, and I definitely concur about the moats. It's better to know somebody who owns one than own one yourself. That's what I always say. Anyways, I'm getting a little hungry here. I got some barbecue queued up, got some Italian sausage. It's going to hit that grill real hot, so if you guys all hurry, you'll be in time for seconds. So thanks for putting on the net, and we'll chat with you all later. This is Victor Echo 7, Juliet Alfa Romeo, battery power portable in beautiful Seychelles, British Columbia, 7-3.
Roger that, Steve. Alpha India 6, Juliet, mobile in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Do you still copy the early bird net K70MY relay? Taking care of some of the woodshed doors, and I got them fixed now where they open up 180 degrees instead of just 90. It makes it a lot easier getting up closer to them. Before the back woodshed, I couldn't get that close to it and get in there. So now I can get pretty close to it, but it's full right up to the door. And the other woodshed needs about another cord and a half, and it'll be filled up right to the door. And then I've got a big pile out there covered up with some metal roofing that I had laying around. And I got some more metal roofing, and as soon as it rains a little bit, when I can get up there, I'm going to get them other two trees. I got one about 26 inches in diameter and one about 24. And it won't take me long to buck them up, split them up, load them up. I'll get them in this front woodshed part of it, and the rest of it out there, and get it covered up. I got some more metal. When I move stuff around, I found some more good roofing metal. It's different colors, but that's all right. Put it on top and get a couple, metal roofing screws down through it. And then some heavier pieces, not pretty well hold it down from the wind and all. Anyways, yeah, we got a fire northwest of it, so if the wind comes out of the north or out of the south, why, yeah, we're kind of getting it now, aye. Other than that, yeah, I went up the tree yesterday too, and cleaned it up and cut off some dead limbs and stuff, and I'm going to move my frame work that I made, sticking out there about 2 foot with a pulley on. I'm going to move it up about 20 foot higher in this west end here. So I'm looking forward to that. Then I want to get my new rope on it before winter gets here. And so that'll be pretty cool. So that's what's going on here, Mike. I got up a little late today. I got up about 7:30. And so today's my day of rest anyway. So that's the way it is. KK7 on. I hope you and Sylvia have a great day. And a great day and around the howdies to all the Dipsy Nutters this morning. From Whiskey 7 Zulu Hotel, Quebec, Jim in Alberta. On the right side of the Okanagan, in the valley of the Pamphlet. Good morning, Jimbo. Good morning, Jim, over there in the valley with the Pamphlet.
Howdy there, Jim in Alberta.
Oh,
good morning, Ribbon in Alberta.
Good morning,
All right,
there, Jim. Very good. Well, Fonz, as always, you're keeping yourself plenty busy and hopefully out of trouble there. And sound like got lots going on, and sound like you're getting a lot done too. So good deal on that. So all right, very good. Great to hear you on this morning. I was just taking a look at the National Weather Service website there, and I was taking a look at their satellite pictures there, and looks like the front's approaching. It looks like you guys will start seeing some action a little bit earlier than we will there, but looks like the front's going to be off the coast about 100 or a couple hundred miles here as of this morning. So it's slowly moving towards us there, and that's going to help start mixing the air up a little bit and get some probably just a little bit of rain out of it there. So changers are lurking, no doubt about that. So all right, well, you two take care and have a good day up there. Try to stay out of the smoke as much as you can, and we'll probably catch you here later in the week there, Jim. Again, always a pleasure. Thank you for being here this morning. All right, we'll clear at W7ZHQ. This is KK7 November, the net control for the morning edition of the Dips Net here on this Sunday morning. And I've got Jim McCrea coming up next, but I'm going to move Nick up on the list here a little bit, the fellow down in Nevada, because I don't want to lose him before the band goes short on us here. So let's go ahead and get him picked up, and then, Jim, I'll get you up next there. So KE7INV, Nick, go ahead and take a turn. Again, welcome to the Dipsy Net if this is your first time checking in. This is KK7N, Mike up here in Troutdale, just east of Portland. Go ahead.
KK7N, KE7INV. Thanks for picking me up there, Mike. Yeah, this is my first time checking in, flipping through the band this morning, and heard the group there, so thought I'd stop by and say hello to everybody, and I really appreciate you getting me in here. We're located out here in a little town called Lovelock, Nevada. We got clear skies, pretty sunny, and finally no smoke here, so enjoying that. But I didn't want to hold it too much before the band drops out on me here, and once again, Mike, I will stop by again and say hello, and appreciate it again, and hello to everybody on the net there. 73 Zoll, KE7INV.
Morning, Nick. Morning, Nick. Sounding good up here.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right there, Nick. Well, very good morning to you. Yeah, you're still holding a nice 20 over S9 here. I can't believe that you're coming in that strong. So you and I have got a very good circuit here this morning there, and well, glad that you dropped by and checked in and let us know you were there. And you're always more than welcome to join us. Again, we're here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and also in the afternoon at 5 o'clock there. Here is Nets meets twice a day, 7 days a week, including the holidays. So, and I do the Sunday morning show here. So again, a pleasure is mine to have you check in, and great signal from you. I took a look at your QRZ page. Very nice setup you've got there, and definitely playing for you, no doubt about that. So, all right, you take care. Have a great day. I wanted to get you in there. I didn't want to lose the possibility I could lose the propagation to you there, so I wanted to get you in there before the band was to change it to more of a daytime operation here. So anyway, yeah, you're booming into Portland with no problem at all. 20 over S9 over here. All right, we'll clear with Nick there, KE7INV, India November Victor, for those who want to put it on their call list there for the net. So, all right, you're more than welcome to join us there, Nick. Hopefully we'll catch you here next week when I'm back in the chair. All right, we'll clear with KE7INV, and back up one spot, and that's Jim and Crea's turn now. AA1JW, good morning there, Jim, and how are things over here in Necklewoods this morning? Go ahead.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Sylvia. KK7N and the whole cotton picking crew out there. AA1JW. Well, I'm getting tired of chewing. We might can see a quarter of a mile, but it sure don't look like we can make a half a mile. Oh, yeah. Anyhow, you wouldn't have to go out there and fire up your smoker to smoke some fish. Of course, you don't know what the smoke necessarily is. You wouldn't have your favorite smoke wood, you know. Yeah. Interesting that you got going this morning. Oh, by the way, I got a friend that wants to do a little bit of research with what is happening with this smoke and the various particulates. And he's looking for an old Geiger counter, so if anybody's got a Geiger counter, let me know, golly, and I'll let him know. He's got a very curious mind and has got quite a background stuff. Geiger counters used to be kind of common, but I haven't seen or heard of any for quite a while. I went to eBay, and there's some new ones in there, and they do have quite a price tag, so, yeah. Down here today, Kriya's been building these gifts for our great-grandkids that they get to record their height. And it is very interesting. Some of you might have been on Facebook or wherever she posts them. Oh, she hasn't posted them yet. She don't want them to see them. Anyhow, they're real nifty, and she's making Christmas presents and stuff, so that's good. I'm going back out. I'll finish up on my bunks on my boat trailer with the new wood and spacers and things of that nature and the carpet on them. Should get that done today. Put the boat back on the trailer, and then Kriya can have her parking spot in the garage back. Anyhow,
from under that. Yeah, we refinanced when I was in school, kept chasing the lower interest rates, and then, which kind of helped out quite a bit. But I can't see buying another place right now. Plus, we don't want to move. I either want to live where I could walk to pretty much everything that I need to. I mean, I've got grocery store, bank, and liquor store. Well, the bank there, the grocery store, the new huge Albertsons on Broadway, and the liquor store are, a block away. The gas station's 2 blocks away. If I need gas for the lawnmower, I can just walk over there and get it. I can walk downtown if there's something going on there. It's a little over a mile, so you cut through the park. It's not bad. I either want to live where I can walk to a lot of things, I don't have to drive very far to stuff, or I want to live somewhere where I can't see my neighbors. Right? If I want to walk outside, with nothing on, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I think those kind of places are getting way harder to find. Yeah, we've got a house out in the field north of us now, but he's a couple, he's probably at least 300 yards away. But still, to me, that was all open for a half mile back there, and I liked it that way. I don't like looking out there and seeing a house, but that's the way it is. Excuse me. And then on this corner to the south of us, the county line and 3700 east there, that would be the northwest corner of that intersection. That whole field is still off the houses fast. They can't build them fast enough. But I think a lot of folks from not just California, but all over the country, I think a lot of people did a little research and where could I get away from this? I'm working from home anyways, and I could do that from anywhere. Well, let's go to Idaho. And I think that's what's bringing them a lot of them in.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I hadn't really thought of that, but because what are all these people doing for jobs? But yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't really thought about that. Oh, and as far as the people moving in from other parts of the state, there's jobs in the Treasure Valley, right? And a lot of these rural areas, agricultural areas. You don't need more farmhands, right? And even with the mechanization and everything, you need even less. But people, out in those areas are still, cranking out the humans about as fast as they can. They got to move somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of folks that ended up working from home that it's a long-term thing. They realize, or their management realized, yeah, you can just keep doing this.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if am never in the office again. I think what it's going to probably end up at when we finally are able to go back in the office, and they haven't opened any of them in the U.S. yet, until we get the spread under control. Other countries, the company has started opening the offices there, and the ones that have got the spread, kind of contained. But United States, India, I think Brazil's one. We're still all working at home. And even when we go back, I suspect what's going to happen is, in fact, what I'm hoping for is I get an arrangement where, maybe one day a week or 2 days a week or something, and go in the office if there's a reason to. But I'm the only guy in my group, other than my boss.
Have done the interview with Cardi B, and of course she's been attacked for suggesting that. Anyone who thinks freely is attacked. Candace Owens definitely thinks freely. She's the author of Blackout, How Black America Can Make Its Escape from the Democrat Plantation. We're happy to have her on tonight. Candace, thanks so much for coming on. So you made what I thought was a pretty sensible case that this is not a journalist, this is actually a pretty repulsive person, and Biden shouldn't dignify her with this interview. What happened next?
Yeah, I was just being very honest, and I did not mean it as an insult to Cardi B. If anything, it was me calling out the DNC and the Democrats for insulting Black America by platforming her and her nonsense and her ignorance as someone viable to give a sound interview to Joe Biden. And she freaked out. I mean, she literally went on a rampage on Twitter. She insulted me. She insulted, my pregnancy. I'm 6 months pregnant. She insulted my unborn child, my husband. And it was a largely emotional attack, pretty much because she had no argument, and she could not obviously argue with me from an intellectual standpoint or talk about why it is she supports Joe Biden. What we saw in that interview between her and Joe Biden was pure puppetry. And that's what we see over and over and over again. Look, I think it's a manifest of the bigotry of low expectations when Joe Biden, who has been in his basement for the entire year, decides to make an appearance and to speak to Black America through Cardi B, who is barely literate, and she's offended by me saying that, but she's already proven that I was correct in that assessment in her responses to me.
Interesting. So that was so if you could flesh out a little bit your critique. So your point was she's not the right representative for Black America. This is patronizing to single her out to get the one interview. Why do you think she specifically is the wrong person for Biden to be talking to?
I know that you've covered her most recent song. It's literally about female genitalia, and she's encouraging other women to use their female genitalia in all of these different ways. So that's first and foremost. I would challenge Joe Biden to read the lyrics to her last song aloud. He would never do that. He doesn't know any of her music. The second issue is that everything she was saying to him was pointedly ridiculous, and he was just nodding and saying yes, right? She said that she wants her taxes lowered, and in the very same breath that she said that she wants to make sure there's free universal health care for all. It sounded like to me an 8-year-old girl reading a Santa list, a list to Santa. Here's what I want, and I want it now, and none of it really makes any sense. But that's because a child doesn't know that Santa isn't real, and they think magic can happen. So it was largely embarrassing, and I felt that as a community, Black America, whether you're left or right, should have said this isn't okay. There are plenty of intelligent Black Americans on the left side. There are intelligent Black Americans on the right side, and he could have picked any of them to do an interview with, but he chose her because he knew that he wouldn't be challenged.
So you think that's what it was? That he just knew that it would be easy for him. His handlers knew that.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got Joe Biden, who is going senile anyways, and he doesn't do well when somebody does fluster him or challenge him. And you have Cardi B, who knows virtually nothing about politics. She knows absolutely nothing other than her handlers telling her, you need to stand behind a Democrat.
That's interesting. It's shocking to me that you were attacked for making what seems like a very reasonable point.
Right. And I was really attacked, which was interesting, was more by the media. And eventually she ended up deleting her 9 posts to me because even her fans were telling her, tap out, you're in way over your head trying to debate politics. But the media came to her defense. And to me, that was Joe Biden and the DNC freaking out because I embarrassed them. I made a point, I made a sound point, and people saw in her response how uneducated she is about politics, making up things Trump has never said, that conservatives have never said, platforms we don't stand on. She just knows orange man bad, Republicans racist wrong. And that's all we really got out of her.
There's a real penalty for telling the truth right now, and I think you know that maybe better than anyone else. Candace Owens, I'm really glad you came on tonight. Thank you for doing that.
All spring she's just really she could hardly get herself to work even. And, go to the doctor and she had to have COVID tests and all that, and that was all negative, and they just weren't giving any answers, and just like, well, all they could really come up with, and this is really irritating, but she's a scout that was really, really heavy set, and, you just need to lose weight, and that's why you don't have any energy-wise. You just need, it was kind of, it's almost criminal, though, really, the way it was handled. But while I was gone on my bike trip, things had gotten so bad that she ended up in the hospital, and finally doing the test that, running all the tests on her that they should have done 3 or 4 months earlier, and she got to where she couldn't even stand up and walk anymore, and then she finally ended up in the hospital. They do all these tests, and so on, we'd been out about 5 days or so, and I was up on a mountaintop north of Salmon. There's a fire watch. We stopped and looked at it last year, an abandoned fire watch called Blue Nose, and noticed that I had cell signal there, and called Susie, because, her sister had been in the hospital when I had left, and had just called her to check in, how's things going? Did she ever get a diagnosis? And that's when Susie pretty much broke down and said, yeah, she did. Stage 4 liver cancer. They give her 3 weeks to live. And she said it would, I hate to say this, but it would be really nice if you could come home. I said, hey, we're pretty much done with the trip anyway, so we're going to maybe spend one more night out. So I came home from there, and Susie was on all vacation taking care of her. She was spending nights there when they brought her home. They had just gotten her home when I called her that day, and she spent nights there for the next couple of weeks, and she only made it 3 weeks. She put a hospital bed in her living room, and that's where she died.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. That's awful. They didn't even run tests to find out if the liver numbers were not quite right. Is that what happened?
They had told her a week or two earlier that
we're talking about going down to the boat. I've got one little area on the deck that I just repainted that had a little problem, and I had to do a little bit more work on it. So now there's one spot down there that doesn't have paint on it, and they're talking about rain. So I don't know. They said go down there and get that taken care of today before it rains, but the air is totally unhealthy, so I don't know if I want to do that either. So I guess I'll sit here and think about it and drink another cup of coffee, and we'll decide what's going on. But almost had it finished up, and then the weather changed a little bit, and the smoke came up, so that kind of screwed things up a bit. But I guess Wednesday we're supposed to be back up to 80 degrees for one day, and then Thursday, Friday rains, and Saturday I guess it's supposed to a little rain too. And they had thunder and lightning in there on one of the days, so have to get it done before then. So we'll see how that works. Other than that, didn't do much yesterday. Sat around the house, watched TV, and read some books, and tried to stay out of the outside air. It was pretty bad most of the day here, although not near as bad as what they were showing on TV in Seattle today. Well, you couldn't see anything up there. So not good, but summer's only, I think, 8 more days, and then we're into the fall weather, so we'll see how that works out. Over to you, Ed, W7UJ and 7KYK.
Yeah, and 7KYK, W7UJ. Well, very good, Don. I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. I guess the big thing was my soiree to the grocery store to get stuff for dinner last night and tonight, and then it really got smoky, so I'm glad I got that done early. And yeah, last night I made Indian lamb curry, so it was chopped up lamb sirloin steaks with onions and the various